Give us a sense of the parts of technology that banks are buying today. The more developed markets where cost is a consideration and where consolidation is important, and maybe project management of multiple applications that they have in place.
To be really frank, Emmanuel, we'll find that most of our customers are already having heterogeneous environments. We rarely enter an opportunity where we are not faced with this challenge. That's because the banks have actually invested across a certain time frame in a phased approach in technology to drive their business solutions and value. We by design have products that support interoperability, coexistence, and value creation as a phased approach. So because our products are easy to use, the learning curve is short, and interoperability is by design, we help the customer go in with a low-cost entry model of acquisition, development, deployment, and coexistence for creation of new value. And as the customers have seen the value getting created, and they are able to phase out the legacy systems, part of the middleware, they'll start seeing those systems come in and create new value for the rest of the value chain as well.
If I were to ask you from a technology point of view, what are the 5 top selling points to the banking industry today? What would you say they are?
The number one thing is reduction of costs while improving sales efficiency.
Okay.
And our product propositions and partner solutions. For example, Agritech, Agri-Technology just announced SuperTeller. You bring one solution that addresses multi-channel approach, but you can start with the branch, with the next generation experience, things like that. So reducing cost while driving sales efficiency is number one. Second is really looking at how do we help our customers attract and retain their end customers. Third is literally looking at how do we help you manage governance, risk, and compliance, because that's the need of the hour. That helps you be balancing the needs between being responsible for compliance needs, cost needs, regulation needs, and being responsive to savvy customer needs as well. That was the third one, managing governing risk and compliance. The fourth one is if you start looking at most of these banks, the ones that are thriving, as you said, and gaining market share, they want to understand how do they create new revenue streams for their new customers or new revenue streams for existing customers. We have to create those possibilities for them as well, whether it's to do with creating Lloyd's TSP, banking on high-performance computing in this new economy.
As a chief technology strategist, what are you telling your bank clients in terms of how they should look at their business?
If you look at the commonalities between dealing with a high net worth individual client or institutional client, common platform of advisory services would be something to really look into. That's an example of solution area that Microsoft is investing in now and strategically to go after, really, and banks are responding to something like that. You can apply the same solution area value proposition to a retail bank onto a high net worth classic example of capital markets as well.
Right.
Insurance clients as well, as you profile them, segmenting wise and looking at what sort of profile do you have to target, what sort of needs you have to target, it still applies in the agent broker scenario as well.
Right.
So
in terms of the performance of banks and the performance of the technology companies that support the banks, such as Microsoft,
I see. Yeah.
What is the lead time in terms of how it affects your business?
I think it's almost a hand-in-hand sort of business. There are times when existing business needs have to be answered by technology, but there are times also when technology and consumer innovation has broken the barriers and helped banks think out of the box as well. So this story actually goes hand in hand versus one before the other. And this is lockstep for us as a business model.
Bindia, thank you very much. That was an excellent.